I think I'm going through post-goal or a post-achievement depression.
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, so
I've
I
heard
think
of that.
last year I didn't know that there was a term like that. So this year, that's exactly what I'm going through.
Oh boy.
Because like, yeah, last year I had like big goals, and then I achieved those goals.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, huh? What's next?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, and I'm usually like the long-term planner type, but I just decided not to plan long-term because I think sometimes I just decided to like try not to plan. And now it's biting me in the butt.
Oh, it's backfiring.
Well, it's not really
When did you-
backfiring, but it's like it's a
Biting you in the ass.
it's self-discovery. Major one was publishing the book, right? And then I was just focusing on that like non-stop, getting it published. And then after it was published, like, who has the energy to market it? Because all the energy was like getting it done. Because most people, they just make excuses. That includes myself.
Yeah.
So I was really like focusing most of my energy to like get it done. And once it was done, like all the energy. So I was like,
Did the energy leave you?
Leading up to it, I was overwhelmed with like anticipation. With the even the motivation was overwhelming. I was overwhelming myself, like literally overloaded my motivation.
If I'm not mistaken, it's self-published.
Yeah, self-published.
Okay.
So that happened, and then I was experiencing that sort of like slump, or it's not really a slump, more like exhaustion.
Okay.
But not really a like. What's the other term? Like a burnout. Maybe it's almost like a burnout, but I was still functional.
Yeah.
It was not like.
People still tend to function even though it's a burnout.
Yeah, but the fitting term that I discovered is like it's the post-achievement depression.
It's kind of like postpartum depression. Kinda. I mean the nature ba?
Yeah, the nature.
I mean there's always a difference, but you know. This is like after something.
And I also had the same conversation with one of my podcast guests last year, but we did not record that conversation. It was more of like we were talking, and she mentioned like she achieved her dream job.
Then what?
But then what? It's more. It became a. She did not realize that the goal itself, the dream job, was just achieving the job.
Yeah.
Afterwards, it was more of like it's a daily grind. Became a daily grind, but still, she had to work, continue to work on it, continue to like just experience it for herself. And at that time, like I don't know if she felt the same thing, but I think she's like half and half. Like half you're happy or contented, but half like it's not
missing.
For her. It was more of she did not expect that it was gonna be like this. Yeah. So similarly for me, like I achieved it, then I did not expect it to be like this. So similarly to like GMEA, the Globe Media Excellence Awards. I faced the same thing again, but this time it was not as heavy, like not as unknown like before.
Because you kinda did not expect GMEA or something.
Now each year I try.
I mean you're trying, but it's like you don't really expect to win or something.
So
ever
since the GMEA Award or the Globe Media Excellence Award started, I've been submitting. Submit, and I finally won. But of course, it was different as well because it was very like a bittersweet for me because 3 days before, my mom got into an accident. So I was like,
oh yeah, because I saw your stories.
Yeah, so it was not really. I was not really
mentally
celebrating. Yeah.
Your mind was in another place.
Yeah. And then now it's sinking in like, hey, I I won the award. But then I'm facing like more like a content creator, post achievement, reflection. Like I'm thinking, oh, what's next?
Now what?
Now what?
Yeah.
And by the way, the award that I won was social media advocacy of the year, and that was something that I did not really aim for.
It was because I feel like it was kind of unintentional.
Yeah,
considering
I did not intentionally expect that I'm gonna win that part. By the way, I sent for all the category. Not all the categories that fit me, because the awards was split between like traditional media and new digital media. So I submitted all for the digital media categories, but then I won for that one. So I did not expect that. And
Katabag yung mental health.
yeah, so mental health series was awarded social media advocacy of the year, and it was just a segment of my podcast.
Yeah.
Last year. So it was the second experimental segment. So the first experimental segment I did was like the International Women's Month or Day, and most of my guests were women, but it didn't really last that long because at that time, I don't know about you. I think now you have more episodes than me, but at least in my circle, it was very difficult to get the
women?
No, the guests.
Really?
To talk like on certain topics. Like,
certain topic.
At least for you, you have a fixed topic. My topics are on the go. It could be anything, unless I decide.
I mean, it could still be anything.
Yeah, unless I decide like for a specific like that's why I was experimenting on the like segments. International Women's Week or International Women's Day, and then at that time, Mental Health Awareness Week was upcoming.
I'm just messing with the video.
Yeah, it was upcoming, and it's like, maybe I should have a mental health awareness, like a series or a segment.
Yeah.
And then I researched. There was no most videos on YouTube were just like YouTubers sharing their stories. Not really about featuring other people. So I experienced that, and then luckily I found like 5 guests for a short 5 episode maybe, or a 5 episode segment. Yeah. And then I used that. I used that, and then I submitted it, and then it got awarded, recognized.
Yay! Because it was kind of unexpected, especially if one of those episodes like you, me, and Hannah on the grass.
Yeah, and actually during the award ceremony, it was your photo in the grassy area. In this area.
It's an area here in IT Park.
Yeah, in IT Park.
Probably already being covered by construction.
Yeah, and it was the thumbnail that they chose when flashing on the screen. So that was unexpected. So because I did not submit any thumbnail or image, maybe they just dug it up in Facebook or in somewhere. Because I just sent them links. Like, here's the audio link, here's the video link, here's the short description about the title and then the episode. Follow the form.
You probably just made a screenshot or something.
I didn't make. No, I remember I did not make any. They did
not
require,
them.
Them. Yeah. So we won that. Yeah, and I think segments will be now the next thing for me, but the problem is what topic, what category will be the next like challenge. And aside from that, as a creator, like I've won an award for audio for the podcast, even though it was not intentional. Yeah. And then I won for my blog, and then I won for my business column, like in 2017. It was more on like financial literacy journalism. now I'm like,
now what?
now what? So
Yeah.
once again, I'm in that space where like it's another post-achievement thing. So I also realized that no wonder those gurus insist on saying that small goals are better.
Yeah.
In a way, because like at least like you can get
Build up.
moving faster and or recover or adjust faster or
Yeah.
move on faster than big goals, and then you're like, okay, another one, another cycle continues. So maybe now maybe I'm gonna try out focusing on video now, but of course for my podcast setup, my setup's very simple, so it's not really an effort because it's on the go. The editing will be an effort, but yeah.
I still edit, but it's not like.
Yeah, it's not heavy, or it's not as heavy as video. Because for video, you have to be particular about visuals. At least for my podcast, I record mainly in video. Just extract the audio and upload the audio in Anchor, and then for whatever video, I can chop it up to whatever.
Ooh. Yeah.
At least for post achievement, you're like, it's not really that you're sad, but it's more of like
What now?
you're just lost or something.
Yeah. It's more of lost than sad or depressed or
Or
something.
there's micro sadness of, I've achieved that. Maybe part of that is the romanticizing of happiness. But who knows? That's another topic.